Thank you for telling me that. I'm sitting here talking and talking. Welcome, everyone. I had tried so hard to get on live yesterday while I was at the airport. I am back in Oregon. I had a safe trip. Can you guys hear me well now? So, welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me and see this later, my name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. I am a psychic medium. I have lots of tools in my basket. Astrology is a passion of mine. We are going to be talking about the full moon, uh, Saturn going direct, Pluto about to enter Aquarius in this new age. We got a lot to talk about. I did my best to try to get on yesterday while I was at the airport, and every time there was every time there was um, somebody talking beside me. The room was too full. Like it was crazy. So I just like it's just not going to be. But anyway, I'm home safely. Thank you for joining tonight. Thank you. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you for joining tonight. I'm just kind of waiting for everybody to come in. How's everybody doing? How was the new moon? How did it go for you guys? Did you guys have any shocks and awes? Um, if you look right here, we have Uranus yesterday. So this was yesterday, November 15th. You can see right here. But I wanted to like start with this because this is important. This was not a normal full moon, and we feel the full moon like 2 days prior to a full moon, and then 4 or 5 days, specifically 4 days after the full moon. So we could have some shocks and awes happening. We could have some even in our personal life, some revolution, some rebellion happening, right? But that wasn't the only thing that was going on. I was looking at this Lilith and how she's aspecting Saturn, which went direct yesterday as well, how she's aspecting Mars, how she's aspecting Chiron, and she's aspecting um, that ascendant, right? So I kind of want to talk about that stuff, but then I want to go into we've talked a lot about Pluto. Pluto is about to enter Aquarius on November 19th. So we're going to look at that as well. Hello, just woke up from weird dream. Really is not real right now, right? Reality is not really. Reality is not real right now. Yeah, for a lot of people, it's going to be a shock. Here we go. Uranus. Uranus and the moon. What you're feeling, right? Your perspective, how you receive the world. With this full moon, there is some endings. Endings also 29 degrees here at Pluto, right? This was a 24 degree, um, 24 degree full moon, right? With Uranus right there talking to the moon, and aspecting, opposing that sun. So I know that y'all are seeing things clearly. We have some good aspects though, right? But it's a little scary because that's Pluto aspecting here, giving it a trine. And then we have Neptune. This is really interesting right here, the Sun and Neptune. So, Karina, how are you? Oh, I love that y'all are like different colors. Like Kathy's blue, Karina's green. That's so cool because y'all are members, right? Um, and if anybody, Kathy, will you look to see if you're on your phone, if there's a join button to join my membership? Um, or Tina, anybody can you look to see if you have a join button? I need to get that right with, I'm just looking myself too. I need to get that right with YouTube. Yeah, I don't think they're going to have it. I think it's just on your laptop or computer that it shows up. But I started my membership. Thank you, Tina. I started my membership. Just want to make sure that everybody's available to get it. I have join button on my phone. Perfect, Tina. Thank you. Thank you so much. That helps. I'll put the link in the description after this live, but a lot of people were saying they wanted to join. It's $4.99. Where I will be surprising you with something. Like I've been working on this one thing that I want to show y'all, so it's gonna be cool, right? Anyway, yeah, these are the things, these are the perks that you get for being a membership. And also we get to like talk privately. So I can say a lot of things there that I can't say here. Um, yeah, it just makes it better. So anyway, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Tina, you want to elaborate how reality is not real right now? You want to elaborate that because yeah, it's looking like that for a lot of us too. Like you're right. It's like, is this really going on? Is this really what's happening? Is this really, that's that Taurus that wants to be comfortable and fixed, right? Um, where Uranus is showing with the moon. It's like, there's some changes about because we have to get you to that next phase. But here is, this is what I found really interesting is that Venus and that Mars quincunx, right? Hi, Polly, how are you? I'm still in my dream. It was just so real. Wow. Good for you. Eagle, how are you? I'm so glad you joined. Hmm. I wanted to do this the other day. I would, if you would, I would like each of you guys to tell me something you're so proud of yourself that you've done in these last like 4 years, how you've grown. I would like for you, I would like to know what you think and you're proud of yourself. Tell me that story. Tell me what you have gone through where you're so proud of yourself for doing that. I want you to say something nice about yourself is what I'm getting to. So can everybody do that? Hey, Chance. Why did I call you Chance? Yeah, Chance. So could everybody do that for me? I'd like to hear everybody say something nice about themselves and tell me what you're proud of about yourself. That's what I'd like. I wanted to do this the other day, but I forgot. So it wasn't the time, but tonight's the time. And then after we do that, I'm going to get started and we're going to talk about these aspects, what I think was going on, what I think is still going on. And then we're going to talk about a little bit about Pluto coming into, because I've talked a lot about Pluto, but how, the fact that he's coming in. We're going to talk about Saturn turning direct yesterday. I am the best bad example of all time. See, here's my point. I want you to say something good about yourself. I want you to be nice to yourself. Because from the outside, we can see, right? We can see you're a nice person. We can see by the way that you speak. We can feel it. But we're so used to going out there that I'd like for you to like bring it to yourself and tell me something nice about yourself. Tell me what you're proud of, an accomplishment that you're proud of, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, whatever, right? And I'll give everybody a couple minutes to think about that. Hope everybody's doing well. It's about go time for everybody. We are moving into a new era. We are moving from earth and water to fire and air, and it's already started. So, earth and water was telling us what we wanted to build, having the solid foundation, and now we do. We've got a couple things we're letting go of, releasing, making choices about, but that's just part of the fire air, making choices. All right. So, yeah, let me know. I'm still not getting any answers. I need an answer from somebody. Can you guys still hear me? Because everybody went quiet. I'm proud of myself for keeping up my daily spiritual practice and also trusting myself much more than I used to. Perfect. And you know what, Eagle? We're proud of you too. I'm so proud of you. I've known you for so long. Like you said, you were young when you met me on YouTube. I'm so proud of you. I've seen you grow. Kathy says, I am proud of myself for taking care of my home without a man. Perfect. Oh yeah, and you've done a good job. Polly said, I am very proud of the fact I've not been defeated in anything I've been going through. Perfect. I'm proud of you too, Polly. Kathy, I'm proud of you. Like you've done it. You're doing it. Anybody else? Tina, Karina, Dee Dee, Izzy. You want to tell me what you're proud of yourself for? What you like about yourself? Yeah, you women are fierce. This is a fierce group. You women are fierce. You're like, nothing's going to hold me back. Y'all have grown. Y'all have grown. I've grown, right? I'm not sure if Karina's working, but I would love to hear what Karina's proud of herself for. I would love to hear what Tina's proud of herself for. And I would love to hear what Dee Dee's proud of herself for. Izzy, you as well. I would love to hear that. But if you don't want to say, that's okay. Just because I want to hear it doesn't mean you have to say it. Tina says, I'm proud of myself for pushing through what holds me back myself. Tina, you are so much stronger than you think you are. Like, when I first saw your energy, I was like, dang, that's a bad bitch. She's a badass. Like, I don't think you understand yet. You will, but I don't think you understand yet. I was in your energy. You were all around me. Like, I was like, wow. Wow. So I'm proud of you too. Very proud of you. I'm honored to know each one of you. I'm honored to know you. But I get it if you don't want to say. It's okay. I'll give everybody a chance. And then we are going to move on to what is going on. And I think each of you guys should say that in the mirror. You should remind yourself who you are. Remind yourself. Tell yourself what you're proud of. And tell yourself what you like about yourself, right? Thank you. I feel like I smother people and it pushes them away. If you have to dim your light, Tina, so if you're feeling like you smother people and that pushes them away, then you're around people that are asking you to be anything else but you. If you're the type that smothers, what you call smothers, I think you're probably just really loving people, right? But if you're that type and they're not, that's just the wrong energy, right? You have to stop dimming your light. Each one of us, stop dimming the light. We have enough. We have done that for so long since we were born. Like Tina, I have to dim my light. I have to not be so much. All our lives we've been told, you're too much, you're too loud, you're too blah blah blah. Calm down, relax. They used to get on my nerves when people I was dating would be like, relax. Don't dim my light. Don't dim my light. I'm not going to be anybody but who I am. If you can't handle that, then you need to walk away because we're not the same energy, right? Don't dim your light. Tammy, Tammy, we need to do your reading. We will do it this week, I promise. I will email you. I promise. Don't dim that light, Tina. That goes for everybody in here. Chance, you too. You have a huge light. Don't dim that. Don't dim it. Everybody. Eagle, Karina, don't dim your light. Listen, I already know if I walk into a place and if I walk into a place and somebody is disturbed by me, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. I am doing the right thing. That means I'm not dimming my light. Thank you, Tammy. She said, sure, no problem, whenever. I know, sweetheart, but I gotta get it. You're important and I want to get you done. I've just had some other things going on. Because here's the thing, we're all going through changes, right? But the other thing is we don't have to do this alone, right? Thank you. I am so glad to be back. I had the best time, met the best people. Wendy was the most gracious host. Um, I got to do my work. I got to talk to people about my work. I got to I had the best time. Um, but I missed my home. I missed my grandbaby, right? You have a new phone? Oh, good. Poor baby. Poor Tammy. She has been struggling with that phone. But here's the thing, Tammy, we're not going to be struggling anymore. That's where we're moving to. I know it's hard right now because we kind of feel like there's no more struggle, but then we're seeing a little bit of struggle. And this is society and personally, right? But it's just because we're clearing out some of the energy. I wouldn't say clearing out, it's because we're transmuting this energy, right? We're moving to a space where there is abundance, where we're already kind of there. We're just like transitioning, right? Where it's abundant, where we're happy, where we're joyous. I mean, we've already mastered being miserable. We've already mastered difficulty. We've already mastered all of that. We've already mastered that frequency. It's this new frequency that we're moving to, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can text me now. She said, yeah, you can text me now. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's where we're going. That's where we're at. That's where we're transitioning. I can't even say we're going because we're already there. We're just as the frequency, as we align with that specific frequency, with that type of frequency, I'll say with that spectrum of frequency, if that's the way to say it, um, there's just some transmuting that needs to go on, right? Yeah. And I hope that everybody understands. I know that reunion with that grandson, oh my God, all day long. So I picked him up. So they picked me up last night and all day long. He was smirking and smiling and just holding my hand and um, just just this morning we were playing and laughing and having a great time and he's just been in such a good mood singing all day. So, yeah, it was wonderful. I missed my babies. I missed my daughter. I missed my grandbaby. And I was so happy to be with them again, right? That was a growing experience for me. That was past trauma for me. Like, okay, they're not going. You're just leaving for a little bit. And you're going to come back. Like back in the day, that wasn't a big deal. But it was this time like, okay, I'm coming back. It's going to be okay. It's all right for you to be without your grandbaby. Like you're gonna see him in just a little bit. And you've got work to do. You've got stuff you're doing, and he's fine. So yeah, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Yeah, I loved it. And I've been with him and my daughter all day and getting prepared for this and got some other things going on because we're all transitioning. We got some other things in the background going on, right? Because we've got some movement coming, we got some things going on, and we've got some choices and decisions that we got to make. And some of them are scary, some of them are don't feel so good, right? But you know that you have to do it, right? But here's the thing that I have learned without being specific, that I'm learning and I'm watching myself that I'm not doing it the same way I did it before, which was in trauma, which was in like, I have to isolate myself. I have to do this alone. I'm not doing that at all. This is not at all. Like I'm really being open. Yeah. And my first thought is to do it the old way, and then I just do it the opposite. That's the way I've done it when I grow. Like I just do it. It's like when Pluto comes around, right? I'm like, I already know. If I'm afraid, jump. I already know. Just do the opposite. Like everything in my body is like, are you freaking crazy? Don't jump. My brain, my ego is like, don't you jump. And I'm like, I'm jumping because I believe I have faith in myself because that's what Saturn has taught us. I have faith in myself. I know I've come out of worse places. I know I've come out of worse things and I've done it. And I've made something out of nothing. And if I have to do it again, I'd do it again. That's what happens when Pluto kind of comes to me and makes me afraid of something. Not makes me, but I begin to fear. I'm like, I'm jumping. I don't know where I'm gonna land. I don't even know how I'm gonna land, but I'm gonna land because I know I'm gonna land because I always land. And I always come back better. Always. Jump, girl, jump. Exactly. But that's what I hope for you guys too. I hope that here's the thing. It's because I'm taking the shot in myself. It's because I'm trusting myself. And I hope that each one of you take the shot. I hope that every one of you has the courage, faces the fear, and takes the shot. Because it's uncomfortable. I'm not saying it's comfortable. It's uncomfortable. It's unfucking comfortable. But I'm telling you, every time I've come back better, more abundant, more happy, more joyous, more at peace, and better, just better. Phone about to die, have to watch later. Love your face. I love your face too. I love when she says that to me. I know that's so weird, but I do. I love when she said, I miss your face. I miss your face too. Miss you already, Tina. You got this, Tina. I am proud. So Karina says, I am proud of my patience with myself and people around me. I am proud of taking care of myself and people in my work and around me. I'm proud of you too, Karina. I'm so proud of you. I still don't understand what this is all about and why. I have nothing. Sequoia, how are you? We all do, Professor. Exactly. Miss and love your faces. Oh, that's cute. I love that. Isn't that cute? The glasses and the lipstick, like me. My daughter did that. So if you look at her, you guys that are members um have emojis that my daughter drew. So the lips and the eyeglasses are me. And then we had a big vote and everybody wanted the door with the star. I mean, going through the door into the universe. That's a cool one. I love that one. I love all of them. They're all good. My daughter did that. So yeah, there you go. That one. That one's cool. I think she did a good job for it being such a small emoji, you know? Perfect. I love it. Love it. So each one of you that are members, and thank you, Sequoia, for being a member. I saw that. But each one of you that are members have access to those emojis. You need one of a skull, right? Oh, see, Polly has the tarot card and the the astrology wheel. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. The astrology wheel. Yeah, those are really cool. So I only wanted to do 4 emojis. They let us do 4 emojis in the first level. If we go to level 2, then they'll give me like 5 more or 10 more to do. I don't want to go to a next level right now. I want to build this first level first, and then maybe we'll move to the next level. Maybe we won't, we'll see how this goes, right? So right now I want to get to that 2,000 membership so that we can do the per signs astrology. But yeah, so you guys, if you don't know and you are a member, you get access to those emojis that are really cool. I love them. The tarot card, the natal wheel, the natal chart, and the door opening to the universe, and then the lips and the glasses. Well, I want to go to the next level. We're gonna go to the next level. We just have to all do it together. Tammy. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about this full moon. Okay. So here's what I saw when I saw the full moon and wanted to talk to you guys about it, right? So the full moon was yesterday. It was it was at 24 degrees. And it was aspecting or conjunct or talking to Uranus. So the whole full moon was talking to Uranus. The sun is opposing Uranus and the moon is conjunct Uranus, right? So Uranus is like really trying Taurus in this stability, this comfort, this luxury comfort, that the stability, the stability that Taurus wants, right? And so when I'm looking at this full moon, it's like the sun is showing the moon how it can become more stable. It can become like you can become more stable. So whatever house your Taurus is in, that's the thing that needs to be changed a little. That's the thing that's going to have the disruption. And because the reason I know this is because of this Uranus. Uranus is shock and awe. Uranus is revolution. Uranus is freedom. Uranus is thinking outside the box. Uranus is genius. So if there's something that has stumped you in this area that you could not see, or you thought you couldn't see a way out, right? You're like, yeah, I'm stable, but this isn't it. Like, I'm not happy. Like, I'm stable because of blah, blah, blah. But this still thing is going on being in this space. Like, I don't want to get too, I'm trying to say general because it's different for everybody, but there's a shift here. Now, we can feel the full moon specifically. I told you 4 days after, it's really strong, but up to 2 weeks, right? So there could be some shift that you just don't see coming because it's Uranus. But you have to trust yourself. This is why I was saying this earlier. You've got to trust yourself because it may look like you don't know where you're going to land, but you're going to land and it's going to be better because Uranus knows that your Taurus area wants to be secure and stable. And it's like, this isn't it. I've got to move this. I'm going to show you the genius in this. I'm going to show you how stable you can become. I'm going to show you. And the moon, I mean, the sun is like really saying, look, look at this for what it is. Look at this for what it is. Taurus is my sun sign. Yeah. I'm trying to live in the fifth D, right? So the other thing too is that this sun, right? So is this sun is aspecting Mars, right? So this sun is like, it was a weak trine. It's not a harsh trine. It's a weak trine with the sun and with the moon. So it with Mars, right? So Mars and the sun. So Mars is he's trying to give the sun in this area in Scorpio, the gumption, the vigor, the energy to like really stand up for what you want, really stand up for what you deserve, really stand up and understand that there is no reason you should be lacking. There is no reason you should be lacking, right? But it's also the Mars is also aspecting the moon, right? So it's aspecting the moon in the sextile, right? So there is a choice that you have to make that Uranus is going to help you with. Like he's going to change it. He's almost going to push you to the point or change it himself, right? Where you're going to have to make a choice about this, right? And and this has to do with this Pluto too, right? Because there's an ending here. It's a full moon. There's an ending. It's this ending that you have to do to get you to me, it was a level up. I'm feeling a level up. I'm feeling like it's just a couple of choices you got to make and you're about to level up, right? It's right there. Then we have Saturn, right? And Saturn is aspecting Uranus, right? So Saturn is quintile Uranus. So Saturn just went direct at the same time, not at the same exact time, but the same day that the full moon was at, right? And then let me say another thing. This is Uranus retrograde, right? So it's not like a big shift out there. It's a big shift in here. It's a bigger understanding. It's a genius moment. It's an epiphany. It's like, oh. And then when you see it, you're like, shoot, it's kind of scary. But you guys have been through worse, so it won't be that scary. The reason I'm thinking it's a little scary is because because Pluto's involved, right? So every time Pluto's involved, fear can come up. But Pluto is trining Uranus and the moon, right? So Pluto is saying this is the time to step into your power. This is the time that to become obsessed with the way to get out of this, whatever this phase is that you're in. It's different for everybody. But it has to do with stability. It has to do with building something that you've been working on. This was, and the reason I say this as well, building something that you've been working on, is because of the Saturn retrograde going direct. Okay. So Saturn is like, all right, whatever was going on in March, we started. Then we went leveled up a little bit in May, right? And now that I'm going direct, it's the outer things. I'm going to show you, I'm going to gift you the outside of you, right? It's no longer within. With Saturn, he's bringing you the gifts. It's a level up. That's why I'm saying it's a level up, right? And all you have to do is jump. All you have to do is make that choice. That's why, because we're moving from earth, water to fire, air, right? So decisions, choices, it's going to be a little scary, but you can do this, right? Now, and it's not like you don't have it within you. I know you have it within you, and that reason is because of Lilith. You see Lilith here? Lilith here is quintile or quincunx, sorry. Lilith is quincunx Saturn, right? Saturn, when it's a quincunx, it means, do you guys remember? It means they have nothing that they can relate to equally. Like that's that house sign planet and Lilith, they're two planets that have nothing in common. They're not even in the right space to have anything in common, but they must work together to solve this problem. Okay? Now, wherever your Pisces is and your Libra is, that's where this is happening. Where this is the answer to solving your genius. You have genius within you right now. You have genius within you right now that can break through whatever this is for you. Okay? Does all that make sense to everybody? You have Pluto helping you. If you had stood your ground, if you have faced your fears, there is revolution coming. There is freedom coming. There is more stability coming. There is fierceness. No, I'm like looking at this Mars in Leo. That's a fierce, beautiful, open heart. That's a warrior heart to me, right? What I found interesting was this Venus Mars aspect. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me get that right. This in conjunct with Venus and Mars, right? Again, that in conjunct that I just told you about Saturn and Lilith, there's another one with Venus and Mars. And remember, right now, they have nothing in common because they have to act in the way that they are within the houses, right? So Mars is in Leo, which he loves, and Venus is in Capricorn, okay? But they have to work together. This is about boundaries. This is about your comfort, your beauty. This is about your stability. What are you going to do? What actions are you going to take? What fear are you going to face? What obsession are you going to have to make this thing a go for you? Right? What work have you been doing over here? Right? You know Lilith. She's like, F that. I ain't listening to nobody. I'm going to do what I want. Right? So they have to work together because she actually has to balance this out with Saturn. Right? It's like, okay, I want to do it this way, but it's going to be kind of harsh, right? Saturn's like, yeah, it can be kind of harsh. We got to take a step back and like really think about how we're going to take these steps. That's what Saturn wants Lilith to do, right? Where he's in Pisces and he's like, I can bring it down easily. And Lilith's like, F that, we'll just do it this way, right? Like they have to work together to get this thing, whatever this is, it's a level up for everybody that does this, okay? The other thing I was seeing is, and she's not just aspecting Saturn, she's also aspecting Mars, right? So she's talking to Mars too. That's a quintile, right? Do you guys remember what a quintile is? A quintile, if you don't remember, is a hidden talent that you have. So something that's innate to you, natural to you. Yeah. You know, the quintile makes me think of Kathy being the mother of all mothers, right? So Kathy Valle. She, if I may, Kathy, expound on this, right, in public, is to her natural tendency is to be the mother of all mothers and mother those who have never been mothered, those who needed that, right? But all her life, she thought that was a mistake. She thought that was like not good, or she didn't think that. She was told that. She was made to feel that way. That's her natural hidden talent. That's her quintile. She's got a natural talent to be able to love somebody that has never been loved by a mother. She just has that energy. She doesn't have to fake it. She doesn't have to try. That's her hidden talent. I'm using her as an example so that you understand this hidden talent. It may be something that you thought was the wrong thing for you, but that's just naturally who you are. So it's the hidden talent. That's what was going on with Lilith and Mars. There is this hidden talent that you may in the past have thought, no, I'm not going to use that. That's always gotten me in trouble. They told me that was wrong. I've been made to feel like I was less than. And then you come to this epiphany, which is Uranus, right? With the moon, like this genius. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? This is exactly who I need to be. This is because this is exactly who I am. And I'm no longer going to dim my light. I'm going to use that, right? Does all that make sense? But this, and with Lilith aspecting Mercury, there is something that needs to be said, communicated, whether it needs to be said, whether it needs to be written, whether it needs to be told. It's a communication that you stand your ground with. When you do this, it's going to go your way because it's a sextile, right? So there's a choice, and it's a strong sextile. So it's a choice. It's an opportunity, right? I'm trying to tie all this together for what's going on with everyone, right? Then we have the sun trining Neptune. And to me, the sun trining Neptune retrograde at the 27th degree is telling me that you are seeing things correctly, like not illusioned. Like the reality of the situations are coming about, and it's crunch time. Playtime is over. It's time to make your choices. It's time to stand your ground. It's time to level up. It's time to quit crying about it and do something about it. It's time to stop feeling uncomfortable. Here's the thing. When I see this whole chart, what I'm getting is like, I keep getting this phrase. Why are y'all, here's my Texas accent. Why are y'all in spaces? Why are y'all in spaces that aren't yours? Why are you continuing to hold that space that isn't even yours? That's your ego. And then you're wondering why you're miserable, and you're wondering why you're upset, and you're wondering why it's not going your way. Because that space that some of y'all are in is not your space. You just keep staying there and holding it. Taurus. That is Taurus. That's Aquarius. That's like when they get fixed, it's not even their space anymore. You've grown from that. Yes, it was your space at one time. It was your frequency at one time. And this is what I'm getting from my higher self. That was your space at one time. That was your frequency at one time. It no longer is. But why are you there? It's not even your space. Sometimes it's your family space. Sometimes it's your friend's space. Sometimes it's your partner space. Sometimes it's your husband and wife space. Sometimes it's the land. Why are you there? It's not even your space. You have another space that's like been waiting for you, that's ready. So why are you holding this space? Why are you in a space? All of us, why are you in spaces that aren't yours? That's not your space anymore. That was your space, but that's not your space anymore. That time is over. We are ending. This is about to end, right? This is going to come to an end, right? These are endings. This Taurus full moon is an ending. This full moon in Taurus is trying to tell Taurus, quit being in spaces that aren't yours. You got other spaces that need you to be in them for your path, for your level up. And yes, there could be an old wound because we've got Chiron retrograde, right? With Lilith. It's time to learn to work with that wound to move forward. Like I said, when I jump, it doesn't mean I'm comfortable. I am very uncomfortable and things don't always look right. But I have faith in myself that I can do it. And it's because all my life, whenever I set my mind to something, I already know I'm going to do it. I just have to set my mind to it. And I'm sure if you're in this group, you're the same way. All you have to do is make the choice. Because once you do, you're warriors. You're not going to back out of it. You're going to see it through. You're going to follow through. You're going to do it. I've seen all of you do it. I've seen all of you come through it. You can do this. And it's time. Does that make sense to everybody? I know everybody's quiet again. My mouth is dry. And this is including me. My Taurus son-in-law's job is ending. Yeah, time to go. That's a space that's not his anymore. Yeah, all of us. Why are we in spaces that aren't ours? That's our ego. Why are we in spaces that aren't ours? Why are you in situations that you shouldn't be in? That you were trying to fix that weren't yours to fix? That you were trying to help and they didn't ask for help? That you were trying to make it so much better for everybody so that you could calm down? But everybody has their path. Everybody has their deal. That makes sense to everybody. Okay. So, with all that going on, we had Saturn. Daddy Saturn's going to now give you guys gifts, give us gifts. That's what's coming up over this next year as we continue to be the authority in what we do, as we continue to understand, as we continue to take the dreams from up in that realm that we can access from this Pisces house where Saturn's gone in there. If you haven't seen my Saturn live, go back and look at that, because Saturn's like, I love it up here. It's great. You have a lot of things that you can do on Earth, but which one are you going to bring down? Are you just going to leave them up here? Or are you going to bring them down? I need you to tell me. I need you to show me. Saturn's saying, I need you to tell me. The way that we speak to them is through that action, through that vibration, right? So he's like, I need to know which one you want, and I'm going to help you with it. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to open the doors. I just need to know that you're in it. I just need to know that you're going to be the authority, that you're working on being the authority, that you're going to be responsible, and I'm going to open it. Well, that time has come because we had a chance in March where things started, and then Uranus and Jupiter were both showing us this is what's possible for you, right? And now it's like crunch time. He's like, okay, if this is what you want, I'm going to help you. and good for you. And I'm proud of you. And he's going to start gifting. That Saturn going direct is starting to gift. This Pluto is gifting, especially with this trine here. Okay. Now, today's the 16th, but we're going to move to the 19th because that's when Pluto goes direct. And we won't talk about it a lot. I'll just talk about it a little bit. Um, do, do, do. He better give me. which Tammy says, which says he better give me that car. I'm pretty sure he will. Yeah, pretty sure he will. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of saying, yeah, he will. Okay, so then we go to the 19th, right? So the 19th, well, he is daddy. That's right. He's daddy Saturn and he'll give it to you. And then Pluto goes into Aquarius. Look at that. 0 degrees at 0, 0. That is such an important 29 to 0 is like we're ushering in a new era. You've already saw that things started getting weird. They're already like picking up. You're seeing that it's, outside the box. We had a president nobody thought was going to be president again. I mean, it's already started, right? He's changing everything. I'm also seeing outside this country, outside the US, things are changing in other countries. Things are happening. Like this is the new era. And this is just a 0 degrees, right? We've got a whole 19 years coming up here, right? So on the 19th, he is going to be kind of opposing, I guess. Yeah, I mean it's an opposition. I like mine between 3 and 5 orbs or degrees, whatever. But he's gonna be at 8. That's an yeah. Yeah. I'll say it's an opposition for a little bit because the moon moves faster. So you could feel this on that day on the 19th. Some things could come up. With Uranus being retrograde, we're going to have to be looking at things again. There's still this trine going on with Pluto. So there's some change ushering in that it's going to cause us some relief. I can feel that, right? We're moving. So I want to say this. I hope that you guys understand. Pluto in Capricorn is acting very differently than when it moves into Aquarius. Pluto in Capricorn was all about tearing down, disruption, taking away the systems, the stability. If it wasn't built on a solid foundation, it will not move forward. It was about the destruction and transformation of that, right? He was acting in, it was about like hierarchy and, you know, the authority can only have the good stuff and the blah 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 and us seeing the difference and us standing in our power. He is moving into Aquarius where we're taking what we've decided from these structures, from these systems, from our own spaces, from what we've learned. And for everybody it was a different area, right? So some of you lost careers and changed your career. Some of you lost spaces, homes, land, property, whatever, and had to decide whether you're going to rebuild that or you're going to go to something else, right? Everybody was doing this in different areas of their life. Now moving into Aquarius, this is about understanding that we could do it alone, but we can do it in groups and still keep our belief system, our anonymity, our own space. Aquarians are very good at working with a group and working alone and not having to give anything up. That's what we're going to learn over these next 19 years to have building, yeah, what we've wanted to build. Yeah, because in Capricorn, this was not about we the people. In Aquarius, this is we the people. So where we saw things going against us, being pulled from us, being torn down away from us, that's not what we're going to see in Aquarius. In Aquarius, we're going to see people come together. We've already started seeing it. We saw it with um, what went on in North Carolina and that area, right? You're seeing people come together. You're seeing people in Ireland come together. You're seeing people in different countries come together and not let these things destroy them, and understanding that they work better together to move in the right direction, right? They don't all have to believe the same thing. They do have to have that same belief of what they're doing, but they don't all have to have the exact same belief. But they know what's for them, for society, is right and wrong. And they're no longer going to take that. We're all of us are no longer going to take that, right? So, I will be. I think I'm gonna do the Aquarius. I mean, I think I'm gonna do the Pluto, the rest of the Pluto houses, on a live. Like each live, I'll do a Pluto house. But like if it's in your 11th house, this is understanding your groups and who you want and what you don't want and who you are and who you're attracting, right? And this is what you'll be doing for the next 19 years, right? In the 12th house, you'll be trying to understand what I want to build on, having to do with the dreams that I have, the connection that I have to my higher self source, the magic that comes along with that, the bigger understanding of who I am, right? And because it's Aquarius, it's like understanding the bigger picture of who I am in conjunction with groups of people, right? It's a very different way than it is in Capricorn, okay? And then in Aries, it's going to be about your identity. It's going to be, or in the first house, sorry, not just Aries, but in the first house, it's going to be about who, not, this is, 12th house is who am I, right? First house is who do I want to be here? Which is my character here? What parts of me from all my whole higher self, soul, do I want to be in this lifetime? That's your identity, right? Which parts of me am I going to take from my other lives to understand the identity that I want to have out in the world? The way that people see me, the way that I work, the way that I create, the person that I am. That's the first house, okay? In the 12th house, you're trying to decide, you're trying to understand, you're connecting to your higher self, to source. Who am I, right? And then you kind of come to the ending of I am who I am, right? In the second house, this is about how you want to earn your money. So Pluto's gonna say this. You've decided these are the things that you wanted. Now, are you going to put the energy into create that, build on that, understand that you don't have to do it alone, do it with other people, understand just how precious you are as an individual and just how powerful you are when you group with other people. That's the second house. That's what he's going to be teaching you. And in the third house, he's going to be teaching you, if it transits there, he's going to be teaching you, you have a voice. I'll take it away so that you can learn, but you have a voice. You have a voice with groups. You have a voice with yourself. You have a voice. You have a way to communicate. You have a thing that you want to communicate to this world. What is that? It doesn't necessarily have to be your voice. It could be your writing. It could be on screen. It could be like a lot of things, right? But you have a voice, and he's going to teach you how to build on that and use that. And you know how Pluto teaches. Sometimes he takes away, right? In the fourth house, understanding not who you are in the big whole sense, but understanding who you are in your lineages, where you came from, your essence. My DNA. What is this? Who am I? Why do I act the way that I do? Why do I eat breakfast at dinner time? Why do I like the cold? Who am I? Where do I come from? Why do I act this way? Why does this trigger me? Why, like all of that will be in the beginning, it'll be happening, and then you'll come to an understanding. This is your transit in the fourth house. This is who I am, and I can work this part of me, and I can break these chains that no longer, that have held my DNA, have held my family, have held us back. And I am going to do things differently because of who I am. That's the fourth house. The fifth house is about you being happy, about you finding your joy and understanding that it comes from within, right? And not just that, but understanding that there's joy. This is a bit deeper, but understanding that there's joy in doing it with others, in enjoying life. I don't know how to say this. Enjoying the beauty of camaraderie, of working with together in a group, of, yeah, doing something bigger than yourself and how that can come together. And that's like you finding some joy. But you have to first think, what you'll understand by the end of this transit is that the joy comes from within you. It's a choice. That happiness comes from you. That calmness, serene, peacefulness comes from you, not out there. And it further intensifies because it's Aquarius, that you don't do it like others and you do it better in groups, right? You're proving to yourself that you can do this. That's kind of what this fifth house is about. You're going to find your joy if you decide to work with Pluto, right? These are all opportunities. In the sixth house, understanding your body, understanding that you are in charge of your body, you are in charge of your daily life, you are in charge of the relationships and the people around you. You are in charge. Not just having people come to you overworked, underpaid, my health is suffering, the doctors aren't telling me what to do, they're all a mess, nobody knows what they're doing, I can't get any help. That's the sixth house when it's out of balance, right? Pluto's going to come in and show you that you can heal yourself, you can align yourself, you are more than your body, you can do this. He's going to show you that you have to first decide how you want. Again, not from the outside, but from the inside. How you are powerful. How do you want your life? How do you want your life? You're the one dictating this. You're the one creating. How do you want your life? You get to decide this, but you have to take the action. You have to put the effort. You have to understand and step in your power and know that you are that. And then as you're doing it, you're going to find that there are lovely people in this world that want to help. Why? They don't want to help because they want to take from you. They don't want to help because they want you to owe them. They just want to help because they love you, because they like what you're about, because they love your energy, because they want to be a part of your life. That's what you're going to find in the sixth house. In the seventh house, it has to do with the relationships and the partnerships, right? What are you going to do? Do you have the right partners now? And I'm talking business and love and family, all of it, friendships, all of it, right? Do you have the right people around you? Do you understand that there's a give and take when there's partnerships? Are you giving too much? Are you not giving enough? What are you going to do about this, right? This is Pluto, and he can take people away so that you realize, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how important that person was until they're not here anymore. And now I understand, right? But at the end of this, you will know exactly, and you will have the people, you will attract the people around you and have the right partners in the way that you wanted them, right? That's the eighth house too. The eighth house is what types of contracts, right? If for the next 19 years, if Pluto is in that eighth house, it's about, I know my worth. I know what I can bring to the table. Am I attracting the right partners? Am I doing the right contracts? Maybe this looks good, but I kind of have a feeling about it. I'm not going to do it, right? Because maybe they're showing you something that they aren't really who they are, right? Any contracts. This is all about that, right? The ninth house. This is about a deeper understanding of the modalities that we can use in this life. Just like you're trying to figure out what part of identity that I want to bring here in this life, in this ninth house, you're going to figure out, oh, there's a simpler way to do this. I can do this with groups. I can learn. If I don't know this part, I can learn it. I am open to that. I wasn't open before. I don't know why I didn't see it before, but that's all that ninth house. The 10th house is your career. It's the way that people see you. You will be dealing with that for the 19 years, right? If you're sitting at your job and you hate your job and you're a 10th house Pluto, it may be taken away. It may just be gone because you wouldn't move because you're so freaking miserable, and that's what you're telling the universe is, I hate this job, I hate this thing, I hate this, right? Pluto comes in there, he's like, okay, I'll take it from you, right? So you need to get really clear. This is what you'll be doing for the 19 years. Really clear about what you want and how you want to be seen, right? And how you want to do it right this time. Hoped all that makes sense. And I think I'm done for right now. I'll go finish the houses with you guys and finish the transits, but I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that on live. And we'll go through, I think it's 5 houses I have left. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody? Anybody? No, no question. Anybody? Can y'all give me some hearts and let me know that you're still there? Yeah, we're here. Okay. Mesmer. Okay, no questions? Because if there's no questions, I'm going to get going. I'm still spending the day unpacking, unwinding, because I spent so much time with my grandbaby and my daughter. I still have to unpack, unwind, get my sleep schedule back. I got some things in the background going on for 19 years. 19 years. But just like you can ask the Capricorns that had this in their first house, it's like liberating. It's so freeing when you step into your power. And each one of y'all remember this. As Pluto comes and picks at you, stand up. Like I do. Just stand up. Just stand up and say, absolutely not. I'm not. If you're calling me Pluto to do this, I'm doing it. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm doing it. Yeah. I've been stepping in my power a lot. Good. I'm proud of you. So proud of you. And things are changing. Yeah. That's like me. What was going on for me in March was like in February, I had decided, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm ready. Right. And that's what's been going on. Since then it's changed. And I've got more changes coming. We all do. Sequoia says, if nothing happened on the 15th, when is the next date for potential movement? Um, I would say as we continue to move. Yeah. Because Sequoia, again, like I said, that full moon and its energy with Uranus, I would say up to 2 weeks, but mainly 4 days after. So 15th to the 19th. And then the 19th, we have Pluto going in. Yeah, you got like this next week. You got 2. So everybody has 2 weeks. But yeah, that's the potential. So I would say the potential is the 19th. Yeah. And you are. Yeah, there's this Chiron. There's a trine trying to, I mean, a grand trine trying to form here. Not trying to, but it's kind of moving. Remember, it's going to be moving. I'm not shy no more. Good. Good for you, Tammy, right? No sidestepping this crap. is out of that shell. Yay! Thank you, Cindy. So glad you made it home safe and sound. Me too. Me too. You're welcome. Yeah. Yeah, that 19th looks really good because I'm seeing this opposition with Mercury and Jupiter. Yeah, and then we all remember what a sesquiquadrant is. Everybody remember what a sesquiquadrant is? Who can tell me what a sesquiquadrant is? The sesquiquadrant is trying to get you to balance, right? It's got a problem to solve. This is for everybody. That Venus on the 19th is sesquiquadrant to Uranus. For some, that's going to be a shock and awe that's great. Like Sequoia, I could see it shock and awe you and be like, what? It finally did it. For others, it may be a shock and awe that you're like, oh shit. But it solves the problem. Yeah. Yep. That's what I see. Yeah. All right, everyone. If no one has any more questions, I'm going to get going. I love you, love you, love you. I will be on, I'm not tomorrow, on Monday. I'll be on Monday. Okay. I lit a purple candle for you. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. Are you on tomorrow? No, I'm going to be on Monday. I'm not going to be on Sunday. But I may come on. I don't know. It's not my scheduled time, so and I've got other stuff going on. So I'm thinking Monday I will. Okay. But you never know. Anyway, I love you, love you, love you. I will see you on the next one. Bye.